You know that number, right? The one that feels like a grade on your entire financial life. That's your credit score. It follows you everywhere. Landlords use it to decide if you get that apartment. Banks use it to determine your interest rates on loans. A good credit score can open doors. A bad one? Well, let's just say it can make life a whole lot harder. That's where credit repair companies come in. They promise to swoop in and fix your credit, like magic. They say they can erase negative marks, boost your score, and get you back on track. But here's the thing. Not all credit repair companies are created equal. Some play by the rules, others, not so much. Hold on to your hats, folks, because things are about to get interesting. A group of these big-shot credit repair companies got hit with a massive lawsuit. We're talking $3.1 billion. Why, you ask? Well, it seems they weren't exactly playing by the rules. They were accused of some pretty shady stuff. We're talking misleading advertising, charging illegal fees, and making promises they couldn't keep. Basically, they were taking advantage of people who were already struggling. Not cool, right? These companies, they knew how desperate people were for a better credit score. They exploited that desperation. They used slick marketing and empty promises to lure people in, making them believe that their credit problems could be solved overnight. But here's the thing, there are laws against that kind of behavior. Laws like the Credit Repair Organizations Act, which is designed to protect consumers from these predatory practices. But these companies, they thought they were above the law. They thought they could get away with it. Spoiler alert, they were wrong. Behind these billion-dollar lawsuits are real people whose lives were turned upside down. People like Sarah, a single mother who just wanted to buy a house for her kids. She scraped together her savings and hired a credit repair company, hoping they could help her qualify for a mortgage. They promised her the moon and the stars, but guess what? They didn't deliver. They took her money, made a bunch of empty promises, and disappeared. Sarah's credit score didn't improve. In fact, it got worse. She lost her savings, her dream of owning a home, and her faith in the system. And Sarah's story isn't unique. It's a story that's been repeated countless times across the country. People who are struggling to make ends meet, lured in by false promises, only to be left worse off than they were before. This lawsuit, it sent shockwaves through the entire credit repair industry. Suddenly, everyone was paying attention. The government cracked down, launching investigations and imposing hefty fines. The message was clear: enough is enough. The companies that were caught in the crosshairs, well, some of them went belly up facing bankruptcy and legal battles. Others scrambled to clean up their act, revising their practices and trying to rebuild their tarnished reputations. Section 6, a new dawn for credit repair, potential changes and reforms. So, where do we go from here? The $3.1 billion lawsuit, it was a wake-up call. It exposed the dark underbelly of the credit repair industry and sparked a conversation about much-needed reforms. Some experts believe that stricter regulations are needed to weed out the bad actors and protect consumers. Others argue for increased consumer education, empowering people to understand their rights and make informed decisions. Section 7, protecting yourself, navigating the credit repair maze. Look, the credit repair industry, it's still a bit of a Wild West out there, but that doesn't mean you have to be a sitting duck. First things first, you have rights. The TROA gives you the right to cancel your contract with a credit repair company within 3 business days. No questions asked. You also have the right to receive a written contract that outlines their services and fees. Do your research. Before you sign on the dotted line, check out the company's reputation. Look for reviews from other consumers. And remember, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Section 8, taking charge of your credit, empowering consumers. Here's the thing about credit repair. You don't need to pay someone else to do it for you. You can do it yourself for free. Start by getting a copy of your credit report. You're entitled to a free copy from each of the 3 major credit bureaus, Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion, every year. Once you have your report, review it carefully and dispute any errors you find. Next, focus on building good credit habits. Pay your bills on time, keep your credit card balances low, and avoid opening too many new accounts at once. It takes time and effort, but improving your credit score is definitely achievable on your own. Section 9, the future of fair credit, a collective responsibility. The $3.1 billion lawsuit against these credit repair companies, it was a victory for consumers. But the fight for fair credit is far from over. It's going to take a collective effort from consumers, regulators, and even credit repair companies themselves to create a more ethical and transparent industry. We need to hold companies accountable for their actions, protect consumers from predatory practices, and empower everyone to take control of their financial well-being, because at the end of the day, everyone deserves a fair shot at achieving their financial dreams.